All right, we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot in here. So let me get my earbuds on. Hi, Amanda. Good morning. Can you hear me? That is crazy. I don't know what's going on with that internet there. It seems like I have more problems working on the desktop than I do with the phone. So, uh, can you hear me? How about now? Amanda says that we are good with sound. Cool cat, confirm. We're good. Let me check on here. This way I know for sure. I just cannot win. I cannot win today. All right. We'll do it without the earphones. Trying to make it work. How about now? Let's see. I still can hear myself. Wow. Let me turn up. Down. Come on, baby. Yeah, I don't hear. Can you guys hear? Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. They don't want the truth to go out, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's is direct. That's it. I still don't have audio on my side, so there we go. I can hear a little bit. Can you guys still hear me though? Yeah, that's horrible. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to do with what we got. Hopefully, you can still hear me there. Good morning, Putra. Good morning, Wes. Yeah, again, like I'm supposed to have some really great internet coverage and all these other stuff. Yeah, well, I mean, I can. It's very low. I get it. That sucks. That really sucks. All right. Well, I wanted to read an article. Yeah, you're gonna have to turn up your device as much as you can if you're coming in here. But this is Dr. Earl Stevens' opinion about the speech that President Donald Trump gave at. Yeah, we did a restart and everything. Well, this is on my phone now because the desktop was messing up. So it's I really don't know why it's doing that. But let me see if I can hit test it again here. Let me try to restart the live again. That's horrible. That's horrible. Crazy. No, I still hear the sound. No, I still hear the sound. Okay, but that's a little bit better, I think. Okay, how about now with the earpiece on? Yeah, I turned down my phone so that there is no reverb. Okay. All right, Cool Cat. If Cool Cat can hear me, then we're good. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure what the hell is going on, to be honest. Um, Thank you, Amanda, for checking and checking. Um, that's gonna be a horrible experience. Yeah. I guess even the internet, it's not having a good morning. I will tell you what, if we don't get uh, good sound coming out here again. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here. So I tried on my desktop when I was starting my live at first, and then now I'm here on the actual phone. If you guys don't see the difference, um, but can you guys hear me okay? So I really want to read this article. And unfortunately, I wanted to show you guys a video. I guess we will leave it for the afternoon if I can start another live here after I finish this, then we'll do that. But I will try to restart modems and all that stuff. The thing is, like the cell phones, they're not connected to the Wi-Fi. Let's see, they're not connected to the Wi-Fi, so I'm not using the direct Ethernet cable. I'm not using Wi-Fi connection. I actually did all three direct Wi-Fi, and now I'm on the cell phone data, and the problem is still there. So I apologize about that. All American Prepper. Good morning. Sorry about the audio. It's horrible. I know it's horrible. Let me see if I can actually type this in. The sound got deported, man. Oh man, it's like we're gonna have to start doing some sort of chat in here. Uh, Not sure what's going on, guys. what's crazy is that if I play something else, if I play something else, wait, can you guys hear this mic? This mic right here, can you guys hear that? Yes, you. All right, so I get to hear some sound over here. It's reverse. What does a woman? What do you mean? What do women identify as? Yeah. What does a woman? Man, this Charlie Kirk doesn't know how to spell. Doesn't know grammar. All right, can you guys hear me? Okay, I can hear a little bit on my phone that I'm trying to monitor on. So, digital marketing. Good morning, sir. I am a virtual executive assistant. I am happy to support you. Take some work off your plate. I tell you what you can do is fix the audio and the connection from YouTube. I know that it's not the internet because if I go and put a video, a regular video, as a matter of fact, here let me point out here. You hear this? So it's not the mic. I've this is the phone by itself. I tried the I'm trying the earbuds. Let me see. I'm gonna take this off again. Okay. Can you hear that better? I don't like to do it this way because then I feel like I have to yell or something. Morning, Tyler. Hedio, no seas tan hediondo, cabrón. Be nice. Yeah, there's like a little bit of feedback from something. I don't know what the hell is going on. Control Alt Delete, press over and over, says William Wright. Let me try that really quick. Nothing's happening. Will I am. I was not born yesterday. Uh, we used to have this word in technical support, and we would just tell people that not to worry about their issues that they're having with their computer and their TV, etc. Uh, we always say, "Don't worry, it's just a DAU error." Now, how many of you guys know what a DAU error is? What is that? What is that? What is it? Anybody? If we all put our phone closer to our ears, they will not there will not be a problem. Man, I apologize, guys. Man, that's the second time they're trying to silence us. These dude look like Paul Rodriguez. You know what? It's funny somebody said that before. And hi, Irma. Good morning, Abuelita. Buenos dias. Somebody said that before, and I was like, "Who is that? I don't know who that guy is." And then I went and looked him up, and yes, I like him. Mexican comedian, actor, has some great movies actually that I really, really like. Um, and it's funny. I'm going to look him up and see if I can actually find a movie from him and maybe watch it. And I think it's I sometimes I sound like him in a way, uh, and we both have that underbite. My jaw has been dislocated and stuff, so it's not straight. So that's why people want to make fun of my teeth and all that alignment. That's fine, but I don't care. There's nothing I can do about it, and we're not gonna be doing anything about that. I know, Jeremy. I know, Jeremy. Sorry about that. I don't know if it's not sounding good. I will take a poll. Hey, Ozzy. Tapping my table on that screen for you, Unc. Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate you. Much love. The Democrats imported you, says the Black Lives Matter. Or what does that BLM stand for? I don't want to butcher your username. Yeah, I know, Ozzy. I know. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. I appreciate it. Um, I guess they don't want me to do a live this morning, and I guess these people that are in here hating, I think they're hating either that or they're being sarcastic or whatever. Um, I know Hedio is a pain in the ass, but he is not a hater. I can handle that. Black Lives MAGA. Yeah, I like it, Paul. 100%, my friend. 100%. Man, these bots, says Amanda. President Trump has saved more black lives than BLM ever has. Bro, and that is true. 100%, man. 100%. 1000%. 1000%. My kids make me a thick glass of milk every week. It helps with the work anxiety, says Proud Child Lover. I might have to change that name, bro. I don't know, man. That's a couple of words in there that I don't know. That's too fishy. I don't know if I can trust that. Man, that sucks, man. I really I was gonna share a video with you guys, but don't worry. If you tune in at 5 p.m. today, we are definitely gonna watch it. It is a video that I had prepared for you from Mossab Hassan Youssef, and you guys already may have heard of him before. He is the son of the co-founder of Hamas. I know people, when they listen to these groups, they automatically think, oh, this group is thousands of years old. No, it's not. It's not. Many groups are born all the time. What's going on, Pablo? What question do you have, my friend? How goes it? Ralph. No. Yes, Paul. Yes. Every knee will bow. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Amen. It happened in the 1970s and the 80s. What happened in the 1970s? No, was it the 70s or the 40s? People get in trouble when they try to help. Uh, Countries get in trouble when they try to help other countries. Let's see, your culture is not following the laws of other countries. There's only one country law, the country that I want to follow laws from. And that's why I am in it. USA, USA. This is why I'm typing, Pablo. Texas is not a country, it's a state, Rudy. Wake up. Amen, says Irma. Let's see. Free humanity from Islam. Today I'm one of you guys, spectators, chatting on here. All right, so I guess the sound. Let me check the sound again. Yeah, pretty low still. More Fire knows me so well. He says he's illegal, yo. Right, 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 right. Net the homeboy sound is low as F. I know the sound is bad. Not sure. Not sure what's going on. Today, some people. Token Mexican says, "Stop stealing my culture." Really? You're gonna ignore our Zug? Let's see. Your God is my God. My God is your God because there's only one God, Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Thief. Stop it. Stop stealing. Stop stalling. Ah, man. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read the article. Probably useless to read it, to be honest. But it says Trump just threatened all of us, and we should take it very seriously. This is an opinion by Dr. Earl Stevens. We are just a few days removed from the most toxic anti American speech ever given by a sitting president of the United States of America. And I am not letting it go, he says. And neither should you. Now, what I find interesting, this is an article from MSN, and this is how the left thinks. So let's see if we can get this article in here. If not, I will share it again at 5, hopefully with better sound quality, better connection, and hopefully YouTube does not hate me too much. While addressing a gathering of military leadership from across the globe at Marine Corps Base Quantico in Northern Virginia Tuesday, the vile America attacking Donald Trump called on our generals and admirals to use some of these dangerous cities as a training grounds for our military so that he can attack us again, or us again, I guess is what he's trying to say. There is no sense being cute about it or trying to sanitize it. The president of the United States in intern on using is intent on using our military against us. And because I am one of the few in the media or the Democratic or the Republic Party for that matter, who refuse to just merely skip to the next Trump made catastrophe. I want to repeat this again until everybody hears it and understands it. Nothing Trump does with our military will be to protect the citizens of the United States of America. Everything Trump does with our military will be to protect himself from the citizens of the United States of America. And here is another example of how leftist ideology just works so hard to defend criminals. He just described Nicolas Maduro from Venezuela. He is using the military to protect himself, not the Venezuelan party, family or party, not the Venezuelan people. Olivier, bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? Je m'appelle de nous. Ça va très bien in America. Uh, I find it very interesting that everything that we have seen in our today life is that everything they accuse us of doing, we know we're not doing. Uh, Everything they accuse us of doing, they are doing. Just sort of like Antifa, right? Antifa says we're anti-fascist, and yet they are the most fascist group. Some people believe that Antifa is not real, is not an organized group. They are just some sort of idea, right? Examples of, all right, here we go. So they call us Nazis, fascists, racists, and yet they are actually in a party that had the Ku Klux Klan. They have been known to be the racist party. They have turned in the late 90s, I believe, and they turned for the better of Americans. And now they turn back to being racist. And they use the race card just so that they can get away with saying what they want to say. We on the right side, since there's people say it's not about the left or the right, but let's get it right. Right now, everybody, every American patriot is on the right side because the left has gone too loony. Let's say in the days he hates them and blames them for Charlie Kirk's death. Well, we're not blaming. Uh, we're not blaming them. They are yelling it out. They are celebrating it. We're not blaming them. We just acknowledge that they took responsibility for it. We're just acknowledging that that's what they want. We're just acknowledging that they are promising that more are to come. They acknowledge it by sending another person, another sniper, shooting at the ICE agents, unfortunately, hitting two illegal immigrants. Yeah, we're not blaming them. But you know what? They call us. They say we are the violent party. They say we are the bad people. But yet, they're taking responsibility for it. Antifa, everybody that celebrates, everybody that has made a song about it, they are taking responsibility for it. If you believe that it was a good thing to kill Charlie Kirk, you are taking responsibility for it. Period. And Paul brings in his famous word, Trantifia. Just one, he says. No, no, no. There was who's that stupid guy that he had a concert and he made it public and he had hundreds of people in his concert. And then we hit this Antifa guy over there with a little guitar making some rock song, saying how he really is happy and how much he hates Charlie Kirk, etc. Very, very crazy how they lie to insult us and blame us for everything that they are doing. Now, if you don't know who they are, if you're not on our side and you are on the fake Democratic Party side, you are they. All these Democrat politicians on the left side, most of them, there was a couple in there that had some sense. Most of them said that, yeah, it is what it is. Ilhan Omar in an interview could not contain her laugh. And she laughed that Charlie Kirk was dead. That's they. That's who they I'm talking about. The ones that hate America. That's who I'm talking about. You don't have to put a specific name. It's they is the people that hate America. Is it terrorism? I don't think it's terrorism yet. It could be categorized as terrorism. What is terrorism? Anything or anyone that promotes terror. Somebody say that they're going to kill every right wing person that goes out there and uses their freedom of speech out in the open, that they are next in line to be shot. I think that's a little bit of terror, a little bit of life threatening. That is a little bit of terror. So I don't need a judge to call it. We'll call it for what it is ourselves. Now, what I have been talking about is that these people, they think, right? They think that they can just keep doing this shit and nobody's going to do anything about it. They think that, okay? They think that they can keep yelling at us and spitting at us, and that's fine. They think that that's how it's going to be all the time. They think getting rid of the police, it's a good thing. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. We had a civil war in history. Whether you like it or not, those who fight truly believing in God, God will have their back. The people from the South that fought against the people from the North, big difference. One was a racist group. They wanted to keep slaves. They wanted to oppress the black community as they keep doing today. And the other pray to God and try to join blacks and whites and every person that was in America. There's a big difference. Of course, the South Side wants to make everybody look bad, and they want to say all these nasty things about it. Marxists are known for doing that in their teaching. It tells you to start using bad words that will incriminate people. Go ahead, call them Nazis, fascists, racists. They use all these words, and this is part of their plan. It's been going on for decades and decades. Yeah, some people don't want to be acknowledge what's happening in this country, but some of us pay attention. And you might say, "Oh, what you spewing hate and division?" Shut the hell up! If I hear that one more time, it doesn't matter. I can hear it many times anyway. But I just say, "Shut up with that." Why? Because that's what you're doing. If we don't stand up and speak against it, if we stay silent, then we are guilty. And if you're defending these organizations that hate the United States of America, then who's the hateful one? Am I supposed to sit here and just take it? I want you to say something about those groups. I want you to say something about Antifa. What good have they done for us? What good has the people that calls us Nazis and racists done for us? Go ahead and tell me that. And then let's see who's the hateful one. Dawson, you are so ignorant. You know that? You are very ignorant. See, the way that your tactics are, eventually, we're going to use those against you. You see, because we're getting tired of telling the truth, talking about love, talking about coming together, and you guys keep hating us. You guys keep hitting us. Well, guess what? If you haven't heard my stories, I am totally against bullies. I beat up bullies for a living, as they say. Obviously not, sarcasm. But I've done that many times in my life. And I will stand up for the weak. And I will stand up for those who can't defend themselves. And I will not tolerate neither will I accept violence from the left and these loonies out here that think that they have the authority to go out and make laws for themselves and for the people. No, no, no. We have a government for that. We got police officers to patrol the streets. We don't need your dumbass to go out there with a weapon and try to be the law. You're not deputized. That's not your job. Your job is to be a citizen. If you want to protest, go ahead and protest. Not bag. Stand up for your beliefs, he says. Now, with this bad sound that I have over here, I ain't got the patience. Bro, I can barely remember that sign. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Life on Mars Topes. But you accept violence from the right. See, there's a difference between having violence and retaliation. If you start a fight, you're guilty. If you defend yourself, you're no longer guilty. You're excused. So, but if you go out there and get in front of the police and start yelling at them and start throwing stuff at them, then you should get your butt kicked. You should be getting your ace handed back to you. Here's your ass. Have it back. There you go. Have a nice day. I always got in trouble. I just got done telling the story. You guys probably missed it. I get it. I used to almost get suspended from school because I was getting into fights. And nutbag, I am not scared of anything. The only one that I'm afraid of is my God, and that's it. I'm not afraid of anybody else. So no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna uh, cause an argument. I think people that like to say debate me and defend your beliefs, it's a person that we will never ever have a conclusion. Neither will we have some sort of peaceful accord. We're not going to have that. You're already uh, being hateful by the way you're telling me. You're not asking. You're telling me. And one thing that I don't like is being controlled. I don't like to be nobody's puppet. We're not going to do that. So, and believe me, you're not going to win a debate with me. I will tell you that right now. You will not win a debate with me. Your beliefs are your beliefs, and my beliefs are my beliefs. What brings peace into this country, into this world, that will determine who is right and who's wrong. And I'm going to tell you right now, since I've been saying what I've been saying, I've been right about everything. Just as President Donald Trump has been right about everything. And you fools get proof after proof. You get video, you see a lie right in your face, and you still deny it. So there's no point on arguing with that type of mentality. There is no, what am I supposed to prove in a debate when you don't believe facts laid out in front of you? When you don't believe what your eyes are showing you? When you see Antifa on the street provoking violence? When they're going out there disrespecting our elders, telling them to go kill themselves? When they go and say all this nasty stuff, what the hell do you need to debate about? What you need to do is just speak the truth to people. Why don't you stand up for the American people that need to live in freedom? I gave you too much attention already as it is, Dawson. I'm not gonna lose my time. I'm not gonna waste my time with your ignorance. I have nothing of value that you have put in here for me to address. You're right. So Dawson, we'll ignore you from now on. How you stay calm with this well, it's because they don't offend me. They don't offend me. They think they offend me, but they do trigger me in a way that when somebody's doing something wrong and they're telling us that want peace, when they're telling us that we are the evil ones, I will say something back. Trump doesn't have to release anything. As a matter of fact, thousands and hundreds of thousands of pages have been released already. If it's funny how when Elon Musk says something about Donald Trump, oh my God, every leftist, Every hater out there believes it. Oh my God, he's on the Epstein files list. Every time something bad is said from certain people, they always believe it if it's bad about Trump. But the moment that somebody, that same person, says something nice, all of a sudden, oh, he's a liar. No, he's not credible. He's not credible, right? We see it all the time with you maggots. See, we're MAGA. You guys are maggots. We see it all the time. Let's start with President Donald Trump. Before he ran for campaign, he was never a racist. He was the hero of New York, helping out black communities, fixing the ice ring, doing all these other things. He was never racist, though. Nobody ever said nothing. Perfect. And then he gets into office. Not even 15 minutes went by, and they were trying to impeach him. For what? For being elected by the American people? Impeach him for what? Again, for what? At least allow him to be in office long enough to mess up. Thank you, Ozzy. Allow him to be in office, watch his mistakes, and they say something along the lines, let's impeach this guy. And then, okay, well, here we go. We got something. But the problem is, that is not the way democracy works. For you people that love to stand up for democracy, this is a democratic republic. No, it's not. It's a constitutional republic that has a democracy. And Democrats doesn't mean democracy. The Democratic Party is not a democracy. They went against all of us who voted President Trump in office. The majority wins, my friend. He just swept Kamala. Her excuse is, oh, I didn't have enough time to run. Shut up. You were not going to win at all. It was a massive win. It wasn't close, like she says. It was a massive difference in votes. It's not what she says. So the problem is, as I always mention, is you cry wolf, 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 and, well, the wolf is there. Well, guess what? We don't believe you no more. You lost all credibility. And I always tell you guys, if you're going to come in here, man, make your point. But you telling me I'm a liar, that doesn't say anything about me. It says everything about you. I said it a couple of times. I said it on Sunday after President Donald Trump made his speech at the Navy. And I said, I love President Donald Trump. And I've learned to love him more. What the hell does my hair got to do with anything, 137? I'm trying to cover the bald spots. I said, I love President Donald Trump. I love him so much. He has done so much for this country, despite being hated by the left, not by Democrats. I know it's so confusing now to say left and right, to be honest, because there's a lot of Democrats that's their party. They're loyalists to that party. I get it. But millions of Democrats have come to the other side, not because they want to be Republicans, but because they are actually American patriots. You know what? This hat is too tight. You're right. It's way too tight. So let's put a real hat on. We'll leave this one for later. There you go, buddy. Just for you. Thanks for the recommendation there. But I love President Trump so much because he loves this country so much. He's done so much for this country. And he is hated. He is called a Nazi. He's called a racist, a fascist. And you know what? I know what that feels like. Not one of you haters has given me something to support you. I want to point that out. Now, you can, bro, I'm just passing through, but your audio is a little weak compared to the other channels. I'm scrolling through. Bye bye, Johnny. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, the audio is horrible. I get it. That's why I'm raising my voice, trying to get some sound out. Apparently, some people can hear me. I know what it feels like to be insulted, to be hated for loving this country. And as every other American patriot, that is a sacrifice you got to make. It's a sacrifice you got to make. Now, 18, 18. I want to know. I really want to know. I'm actually kind of curious. I'm very curious. What the hell does my hair got to do with anything? What the hell have my wrinkles got to do with anything? What the hell has my crooked yellow teeth got to do with anything? Are you retarded? I don't understand. Like, it doesn't offend me, but it piques the curiosity in my mind. How retarded are you? Like, it's a real question. I'm not trying to insult the slow people, but I just really want to know. Oh man, listen, man, I'm trying to hold on to every hair that I can, but that means nothing. That has nothing to do with anything. Let's see. Why do people have different IQ? Yeah, well, just I don't know. I guess stupid just runs among stupid people. I guess. What did the what did Forrest Gump say? Stupid is, stupid does. Well, here you go. Knock yourself out. Look at this guy. Let's see. We got 1882. We got Nutbag. We have Dazan, who probably left already. We have Dan Vercruz. Uh, who else is there? Brian Davis. Brian Davis. You better not be my high school my high school buddy. Brian Davis. Oh, you know what? I know why that name is very familiar to me. My history teacher was an all black man, and his name was Brian Davis, Mr. Davis. And then I played football with Brian Davis, which is a tall white guy. His teeth were worse than mine, if you can believe that. But we became friends. We didn't become best friends and hung out after school or whatnot, but we had a level of respect for each other. We didn't always agree on everything, but we agreed that we have differences of opinions. And we were never uh, into a fight against each other. We always argued certain things, but for the most part, we just had great conversations and we had a lot of fun. Love that guy. As he says, it's really hard to take you seriously with that screening. Let's see. Let's see who else. 100% says, "What? How do you? What is that? I don't know what. I don't know what to call you. The one who said 100%. What does that mean? I don't read Arab or I don't even know what language that is, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. MG says he can't take you seriously with that name. I agree. You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Um, Anybody who says debate me and they're not using their real name and they're not using their real picture. You see the difference between me and you. You got full disclosure. You know my full name. on my face, right? I mean, I get it. That could be a problem for me. But you know what? I'm not a coward. And if you really wanted to debate me, one, you will put your real name out there. You're one of those what do they call those Aussie uh, typing warriors or keyboard warriors. Yeah, that's what these people are. And let's and let's see what else. What else? Are you serious? Please tell family, friends, and loved ones. Join the Dennis Herrera show. Man, cool cat. With this audio though, I don't know. With this audio, I don't know about that. MG America first, 100%. 100%. Gray says, I am. Man, I don't know what that means. Uh, you goaded your goatee. Is that what that means? I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm reading there, man. There's no letters. That is a most incognito name I have seen. Let's see. I fought the law, and the law deported my nan. What is your nan? I was here says Bob Lucas. Gringo is nuts. America first or Israel first? Well, if America is first, I guess Israel will be second. But for Israelis, Israel is first. For Iranians, it should be Iran first. For Iraq, it should be Iraq first. For Ukraine, it should be Ukraine first. Canadians, Canada first. Mexicans, Mexico should be first. So to each citizen, your country should be number one. It should be first. And this is when you have that agreement, you go to the table and you negotiate deals. Deals that will benefit your people, but also will give show of goodwill from your part that you're willing to work fairly with others. For example, President from El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, he has the coin that he uses in El Salvador is dollars, right? That's just what they decided to do in El Salvador. And he makes investments in El Salvador because it's now one of the safest countries in the world. Thousands of Hondurans, people from my country where I was born, go to El Salvador for tourism. They feel the place is safe. They are happy to go in there and feel like they are free to move around and nobody's going to be, jacking them or, anything like that. And he also invests in the United States of America. He believes, Nayib Bukele believes that having a good relationship or friendship with the United States, it's a good thing. Millions of Salvadorians, because of that deal, have sanctuary here in the United States of America. And it is done the right way. Why did I say the right way? Well, number one, the government is more than willing to take the criminals off the United States' hands. But they're also asking the United States of America to accept and please help the Salvadorians that we do have here that are actually working and they're not criminals. So whether you like it or not, the president of El Salvador is doing the right thing. And I think that Mexico should do the same. If you want a lot of these Mexican illegals that are not criminals, besides the criminality of crossing the border illegally, then they should come to the table and stop trying to play hard ass when they can be wiped out from the face of this earth and start showing good faith and try to make deals with the United States that will benefit the United States of America. And they should also allow the United States of America to help them come into their country and help them take care of the cartel. We have gotten a lot of arrests in Washington State, in Oregon. We had over 400 arrested throughout New England. We had over, I don't know, what was it, 700 was the last number that I remember from Washington D.C. It's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be somebody stupid trying to break the law. There's always a lot of mental health problems throughout the United States of America. So we're never going to really get rid of everything, but we should try to do the best that we can to bring crime down. I really believe that. So, yeah, whatever. If you think, let me say something really quick. If you think that I am spreading hate, let's get one thing clear. Let's make one thing clear here right now. If you think that I'm trying to spread hate against migrants, against people that are not from this country, or anybody that has anything to do with the United States of America, believe what you want. I don't care. My job is not to protect Mexico. It's not to protect Muslim migrants. It's not to protect any migrant or illegal immigrants, tourists. My job is to help protect the United States of America and its citizens, period. Nobody else. I don't care how humanitarian you think you are. You are being an asshole. You're destroying our country, pretending to be righteous, pretending to care about humanity, when you're showing the opposite. You're showing hate and destruction towards the United States of America because you believe you have some sort of righteous cause to come and create chaos in America because of Palestinians. Get your ass to Palestine then. Oh, wait, there is no Palestine, is it? Go to Gaza. Go protest Hamas. Go protest over there. You do it here because you're safe. You cowards. Who's the cowards? You. You who are in the United States of America because you know you're protected. You go over there and be this courageous keyboard warrior that you are pretending to be over here. I do not care about anybody outside of the United States of America, and that means America first. Now, let's be clear. When I say I don't care for the evildoers. The moment that we stand for our country, everybody else gets taken care of. Period. But I will not allow anybody to come into the United States of America and be an asshole and hate this country and at the same time take advantage of the benefits. You fools. You think that we're going to be putting up with that stuff forever? You got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. You know, I go out on the street and I see so many hateful people. And yes, you're right. How can I? Dennis thoughts on the next 10 years for the USA. Very scary, my friend. And I appreciate, I still don't know what your name is. I still don't know what that means. But I appreciate that. You go out into the real world. You go to Seattle. You come to Everett. And you look at these people on the street. It is crazy. There is so much hate. So much hate. And we got to defend the United States of America from foreign and domestic threats. So if you want to get physical, you will get physical. You want to stay violent. When we speak against these things, it's because we don't want violence. First, Donald Trump, says Hannibal. Great supporter right there. First, Donald Trump. Fight Donald Trump. Fight, fight, fight. Can you define fascist, please? None of you have so far. Because they are fascists. The moment that they start describing it, they will notice that they are what they're calling us to be. Hispanics for Trump, Latinos for Trump, Asians for Trump, women for Trump, even gays for Trump. Everybody that defends this country deserves to be in this country. Anybody that believes that this is a horrible country, then get the hell out. Do us a favor, will you? I think right now the best thing that has happened in our country lately has been the government shutdown. I am 100% for it. Let them keep it shut down. Let's fire a bunch of these Democrat fools who have steered too far to the left. They don't care about the people no more. And yet you still support them. I don't understand. I don't understand. They say, dress as you guys will fit right in. You're not Hispanics. You weren't born here in my USA, say Speedy Gonzalez, with the most Mexican nickname that you can find. Start to tell me that I'm not American. Trump and Miller will kick you out. I beg to differ. I beg to differ, my friend. Not back. What question? And number one, bro, you keep calling me a coward, bro. You keep calling me a coward. Yeah, okay. I like this. I was watching ICE agents taking down this crazy Antifa protester, and all I can hear in the background. This reminds me of Nutbag. All I can hear in the background is this weak ass girl yelling to the ICE agent, "What's your name? What's your shut the hell up? Who's gonna give you their name? What's your name?" Like with the phone, she's recording it. What's your name? What's your name? Like really? Like they're gonna identify themselves to you now? You guys should be in jail for trying to dox these people. In jail. Man, I can't wait. And President Donald Trump just categorized Antifa as a terrorist organization. Why are they still walking on the street? Why are they not being taken out, put in jail? There's nothing. If they identify as Antifa, they should be in jail. I don't care if they're not doing anything at the moment. Just identifying as part of the group should be enough evidence to put their ass in jail. That's what I think. No, nutbag, you don't have the right to get no answers anymore. You decline that right. So you can say whatever you want, but you ain't getting jack squat from me no more. Until you learn to respect me, you're not going to get anything from me anymore. Let's see. Mr. Roy Boy, you must be a illegal sympathizer. I feel you. Good idea for betrayal of the country. F-gang, you don't even know who the hell President Trump is. You've been living in your own little fantasy world. You obviously can't even mention one accomplishment that he has done for us. And there is plenty, believe that. Let's see who else we got is here. I was watching live Portland podcast and saw the lawlessness. That is crazy, Sean. And these people still don't want to listen. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to acknowledge it. They want to make us look like we're the bad people in here, but they are the ones that are asking for violence. When you ask for lawlessness, guess who's going to defend you? Nobody. So eventually, when you get rid of the authority, when you get rid of the police, when you get rid of organizing peace, keeping order, you are asking for something else to come to you. You see, there's a lot of citizens out there that are more than willing to fight. They're more than willing to give you a taste of your own medicine. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am very glad, very happy, very proud of Americans that they keep holding on to a lot of their anger towards these people that hate our country. Anybody that calls me a sellout, a traitor, hates our president, hates all of American patriots who are fighting for this country. I'm not one of you. I am not one of you. You guys are hateful people. You guys want violence, and we don't want that. If you believe in God, if you believe in good, you're a patriot to this country, and you believe that everybody is equal, if you believe that this country deserves to be the greatest country on earth, you are one of me. But if you're fighting against the police, if you're fighting against our military, if you're fighting against our president, if you're fighting against all of the Americans that voted for Donald Trump, you are not my family. I'm not one of you. So let's get that straight. Now, when we share the message in the gospel of Jesus Christ, that doesn't mean that we agree with everything that you are doing. We tell you that. Oh, because as much as we don't like you, we have to love you. Our Father forces us to love you. No, we have a free will, but you know what? My free will says that I have to obey my Father. My Father is forcing me to love you, even though I don't want to. How can you love somebody so hateful? How can you love somebody that stands against good, against righteousness, against justice? How can you? I dislike you very much. I am not one of you. Let me read that scripture, Joe. Moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel which I preach unto you, which also ye have received, and wherein ye stand, by which also ye are saved. We are not one of you. When you become a good person, when you stop hating this country, you might become one of us. Until then, of course, I'm not one of you. I'm not going to go out there and do drugs and pretend to be this righteous Antifada, this righteous Antifa, or as my friend calls them, Trantifia. We ain't going out like that. We're not going out like that. And Hannibal, Antifa is fascist. They're the most hypocritical group out there. And the Black Lives Matter is number 2. That is crazy how this Antifa was just born not too long ago. And it keeps growing because if you notice, the people that they have in their group all have mental problems. This Trantifia guy, he's shows his eyes with makeup, etc. And they ask him, why do you cover your face? And what the Trantifia guy said was, I don't want my family to know. Interesting. Why is that? Why is that? So there's two kind of people that cover their faces. There is the police, federal agents, people that go undercover, that fight for peace, for law enforcement, and those who are the ones that wear masks. The other group of people that wear masks are criminals. People are hiding their identity, and when you don't follow the law, you're fighting your identity because you're doing something bad. You're a criminal. That's why you hide your face. It's easier for you to act tough in the chat because I can't see you. Nobody can see you. When you speak against thousands of people and you say that I hate you in your country, what do you think that thousands of people are going to say right back at you? I'm not hiding from anybody. You see me, you hear me, 100% legit. I'm not hiding behind a fake name. I'm not hiding behind a keyboard. I'm going to tell you something. Let's change gears. Let's change gears. I was at the gym yesterday, and I'm sitting in the sauna room. There's a black dude in there, mean-looking guy. A bunch of Middle Eastern people, some Indians, some white folks, Turkish. I think they're Turkey. Um, I'm looking at them, and everybody's laughing in the sauna. I love that feeling. I went to the hot tub. I sat there, and I saw this old couple. They were probably, I'm going to say, in their 70s. And I look at them, and the lady just smiling. I can tell the fake dentures, but she's smiling. She looks so beautiful with her smile. Her husband with her. And he seemed like like a nice old man. I would be so proud if they were my parents or my grandparents. Who knows how old they were? But I get to sit there and stare at them. I know this is kind of creepy, right? But I'm staring at them, and I can see the big windows outside, and it's nice and sunny, and you get to see some trees and mountains, etc. But I'm sitting there, and then I see some big guys on the side as well. And then I'm looking over, and I see this group of like handicapped people, mentally handicapped, some physically, and they were going in there. And you know what? Everybody has the right to coexist. But if we stay quiet to the violent, to the hateful people that don't want to help this country and also want to stop others from helping this country. Sometimes you got to get mean. Sometimes people like these guys, like Reunits and Nutbag and all these other guys in here, sometimes they just need to get a spanking. You guys know what that is? Maybe you haven't got spanked yet. But nobody spanks a child with a smile on their face. And so you might call me hateful because I'm disciplining you. Well, don't be mad. If you're good, I want to give you some advice that I give my children. Why did I spank you? Why did I spank you? And they have to understand why. I haven't spanked my kids in years, by the way. But this is the lesson in life. Why do I spank you? One, you're not listening. You're misbehaving. You're being disrespectful. You got to be obedient. Right? Right. Now, I want you to tell me, what do I do when you do something good? Like clean your room, do your homework. You get some props from your teacher. What do you get a spanking? No, you don't. You get a hug. And once in a while, you get some ice cream. You need to learn to appreciate every little thing that you have. And that is the difference, my friend. So no, I'm not one of you. I believe in love and discipline. I know, 5 p.m. today, maybe we'll get better audio. I reset it a couple of times, so, whatever. How am I a coward when I'm telling you the truth? Haji, there's a lot more Americans that give me respect as I respect them. There is more Americans that support me than you wetbacks and hateful sympathizers. There's more American patriots fighting for the freedom of this country. You know, not every beaner is a hard worker. Let me tell you that right now. Not every beaner comes to this country to find a better life and to give to society. Too many beaners come over here to this country to destroy it. Now I'm speaking about my beaners. Oh, here we go with the tariffs. Oh, here we go. Hey, tell me something. Who is making deals because of tariffs? Forget about the we some people got to pay the price. It is part of the tariff war. What else has tariff done? So you guys always like to point out the bad stuff, but I wanna know what else has tariffs done. No, Lisa, I have not been deported, but maybe you should be deported. If you are anti-American, you don't belong in this country. Get the stepping. Let's see what else we got here. Term limits. Yeah, I believe in term limits. We should. Soybean farmers are folding. Well, yeah. What do you care? Nobody. None of you guys care about the farmers. So shut the hell up about the farmers, will you? You haven't done anything to help the farmers. What have you done to help the farmers? Go ahead, lay it out. Lay it out on me. I'm waiting. Uh-huh. Uh, your tax dollars, Sean, have been stolen by your governor. Anybody else? Pay them for food, says Runitz. No, that's not enough. Wilkes, that's not enough. Don says, gold cars, $500,000. You getting the money. Woo, let's go. Let's go. Here we go. There you go. Dawn says she is a farmer. Good for you. They don't. Let me tell you here what's happening just in Washington State. And if you're from Washington State, go ahead and tell me all about it. I want to hear it. I know Rush Baby's not on here. Hope she's doing okay. It's not enough because you fools, you ignorant fools, don't understand that the reason why the farmers are suffering right now is not just the tariffs. The tariffs just started this year. We've been losing farmers for decades here in Washington State. So shut the hell up about farmers suffering because of tariffs. There's a reason why I say what I say. Here in Washington State, we had a healthy budget of $16 billion. It is now negative $32 billion. We got big farmer corporations out there taking the little farmers out of the competition. What have you done to protect them? You haven't done jack squat. You go into the store and getting some eggs and buying some lettuce. That don't mean jack squat. That's not how you help the farmer. That's how you help yourself. And then you complain about the price being too expensive. Oh my God, the lettuce, the cabbage. Damn farmers selling everything so expensive. Why do I go off on issues like this? Because ignorant people like you think that you're helping so much by buying a gallon of milk. No, biatch, you're helping yourself because you need that milk. You need those eggs. You're helping yourself. You want to help the farmers. You reach out to your governor. You reach out to your local government and talk about it. Raise the issue. Stop blaming others for the things that you're doing yourself. Washington State used to be a farming state. We got less and less and less, and tariffs has not been with us until this year. So you go ahead and explain to me, how is that Trump's fault that he put tariffs on where we've been losing farmers for decades? The problem is you keep voting for the same stupid people to come into government. And I refuse to believe that the majority of Americans are that stupid. Man, you guys don't know, man. You guys don't know. You know how I'm helping the farmers? Supporting my President Trump. There's a plan to help the farmers. But what happens every time President Donald Trump wants to help out? You know what? Let me see if I can find some facts. Give me a second. Let me see if I find something here. How much? Let me find something for you. Woo. Let me read something for you. For all you want to be professional master's degrees and doctorates and all this BS about economy, about your sweet tariffs that you hate so much, and I agree with all of them. Look what violence cost us. The cost of violent crime in the US is difficult to quantify precisely, but runs into the hundreds of billions of dollars annually. I will add corrupted politicians every time they sue President Donald Trump. It's millions of dollars, taxpayer dollars, that go into fighting him for what? They're fighting him for the same failure government that they are running, especially in the West Coast, Washington, Oregon, and California. With figures ranging from an estimated $557 billion per year for gun violence alone to much higher estimates when considering all forms of violence, healthcare, lost productivity, and societal impacts. Costs include direct expenses for healthcare and the justice system, as well as indirect and intangible costs like lost quality of life and victim suffering, which are hard to measure. When you call me a coward or a liar, you better know what's going on around your neighborhood, what's going on around your city, what's going on around your state, what's going on in your country. You want to blame somebody. Farmers can't sell their soybeans to China because of who gives a shit. Then maybe we should find somebody else to sell them to. This is why you have to support President Donald Trump. Do you think that the Chinese are not watching you go against the president? Do you think our enemies are not watching how you are disrespectful to your president? Do you think that they are not waiting for him to go out of office so they can start taking advantage of us again? That we are going to start losing billions and billions of dollars every year on top of the billions of dollars that I just told you about crime, about you not supporting law enforcement, about you not supporting ICE, about you not supporting federal agents, the National Guard, etc., etc. Our enemies are watching. And the more that you fight our president, the more courage they have to do things like that. If you would be supportive of President Trump, and I know you guys are insignificant like me right now with 50 people watching, but if you spread the word and you start giving support to President Donald Trump, I guarantee you that China and Russia will think a lot different about what's going on in the United States of America. Because of people like you, our country has lost a lot of respect, and people need to fear us. Not as the terrorists do, but they need to fear that we are what they need. We are 1/3 of the market in the world. If they don't want to support us, we're not supporting them. China is not the only place where we can do business. There's a lot of freaking America that is so worth importing from. You don't have to go to China. Stop being so damn cheap. If you support illegal immigrants raising the cost of living by 300%, then you can pay higher prices to import things from southern countries. Let's get some stuff from Mexico, down to Guatemala, Central America, South America. The climate that they have in China, we can find it somewhere else. We can sell our stuff somewhere else. If you so much just shut up and support the president. You're fighting, it's only giving our enemies the fuel to retaliate. Look at Canadians. Canadians said, "Oh no, tariffs! Oh, President Donald Trump, hell no, we're not going to comply, and we're going to put retaliatory tariffs on them." You know what they say now? Oh, Mr. President, you were right about everything. About everything. See, in the end, we're going to win anyway. And when we lose, hopefully Jesus has come for all of us. And you losers get to live with your own ignorance. Man, man, that's crazy. Crazy talk, crazy talk. For all my subscribers, I'll say thank you so much for today's chat. I'm sorry for the audio. Hopefully we got better audio at 5 p.m. and we'll continue this talk. I want to say thank you guys for your love and your support. Sorry that you have to hear all these hateful comments, but they are allowed to say. I know when to boot them from the chat because you know what? I got the power. Whether they like it or not. If they don't want to hear the truth, that's fine. But we'll see you guys later tonight. Till next time, thank you everybody for your time, for your comments. Thank you for your likes, for your subscribes. I'll see most of you back at 5 p.m. today. God bless you and God bless the USA. Take care.